So obviously the first time you've seen Ohio State this year, not till February. What kind of jumps out about them?
You know what? They're so solid defensively, so sound in what they do, how they defend. They don't give you much in transition. They're great at being disciplined, getting back, and then forcing you to play against their half-court defense. And they make it hard on you. They're going to be in gaps and make it hard for you to drive. They're going to jump to the ball, make it hard for you to curl and get into the paint. So, it's just a solid team that doesn't make many mistakes, that you have to be opportunistic to be able to get baskets against them.
Right. What's kind of their offensive MO from what you can tell? I know Wesson's really kind of changed as a player a little bit, but how do they get their scoring?
Yeah, a lot. Caleb's such a big part of what they do. So, whether it's him scoring in the post, but now whether it's him picking and popping and shooting threes, that's as big of a threat now as what he does in the paint. They have good guards that can turn the corner and get into the paint off those pick and rolls. So you got to be wary and got to be aware of those guys. You're so worried about him picking and popping, but those guards really get into the paint. And now, once they get in, you collapse, you help. Now they're kicking out, and guys are making shots. They got a lot of guys that shoot the ball. They shoot the ball well. So keeping them out of the paint is a big key for us.
And then they're straight man on defense. Just what you kind of talked about that earlier a little bit, but what really kind of sets them apart defensively?
Their activity, which it won't stand out because they don't force a ton of turnovers, but their activity with their hands, whether they're deflecting passes, whether they're tipping passes, whether they're swiping at the ball as you're trying to drive it, whether they're swiping at the ball when you're trying to pass. They really kind of, if they don't turn you over, they push you out of position with your passes and force you further out on the court. And then, they're a physical team. Like, you don't think about it when you watch them, but they get low, they push you off screens, they're going to run through screens and kind of play the game as a tough, gritty, kind of tough-minded group.